This is a new radio I picked up yesterday, the Yaesu FT710, the field version, the version without the add-on speaker. And I did a little tweaking to it. It seems to be pretty good. It's very good on receive. Doesn't give you all the SDR goodies that you might have with other SDRs, but receive audio quality is really good. The transmit audio quality, I guess, is okay. It doesn't modulate as well as the real SDR, but we're just playing around with it. We're going to use it as an RF exciter for some of the bigger transmitters. So I don't need a computer. So I can use a computer to do other things while the rig is doing the excitation. I was using a flex. Anyway, good to hear Will on there. Really good signal. And Paul, your full quieting, really great audio into the headphones. So this radio at least works pretty good on receive. Couldn't pass it up for $900. Pretty high up on the Sherwood list. It's number 4, and it's really no difference between this radio and any other radio on the list. You know, if you're on the first page, your radio is really good on receive anyway.
So yeah, let's hear this the Wolf in comparison. N2DTS WA3VJB.
Okay, I was just making sure it was working before I picked it up. This is the Wolf. It shows a lot more peak power. You really can't hear a huge difference in the audio level between the two. But the Wolf, on the watt meter peaks up to over 100 watts PEP, and it goes up to about 50. The mod monitor shows it going up like 80% or something positive. But I think that's because of the ALC action is actually reducing the carrier a little bit. So not as good as the Wolf, and of course the bandwidth on the Wolf I can set to whatever I want on transmit and receive, whereas the Yaesu, but I've got the Yaesu for an RF exciter and just to check it out. Anyway, this is the Wolf comparison. I can switch pretty quick. Let me try switching quick. Let's see how this works. Okay, let's see. Looks like it's working. So this is the Yaesu now. This shows a 20 watt carrier and peaks up to 50, as opposed to 30 watt carrier peaking up to 120 sometimes on the Wolf. So Wolf's good for a little bit more power. So there's a comparison. The $1,000 Wolf with the $900 Yaesu SDR radio, and the Wolf gives you a lot more to look at, a lot more fidelity. Seems to be a lot more power, and who knows how long it'll work. WA3VJB from N2DTS on multi-rig.
Yeah, boy, the Wolf sounds so much better.
Well, the Yaesu's advantages are it's pretty small in size. It's quite small, so it'll fit well in the shack as an exciter. Unfortunately, they use some really weird little connectors on the back for the external stuff that you might want to do. And they're quite strange, and I forgot to, they didn't include one in the box, and I forgot to ask to pick up a couple of those connectors at HRO down in Delaware. They're great guys down there. So I might have to do the microphone jack on the front. I'll just key the push to talk there when I key the big station, and it'll drive the rig. I have an antenna selector switch, and I guess I can select to drive one rig or the other rig, or connect it to the antenna for some 10-meter work or something. It'll be easy to do. The Wolf, I think, is a little flaky on 10 meters and 6 meters. It does some weird things, so I don't push it up there. I was getting, didn't notice it last night, but during the daytime, I think I get some kind of really strong broadcast station breakthrough on 10 meters that isn't there at night. So there might be a high power, maybe they reduce power for nighttime operation that affects it, but the Yaesu is not bothered by that. And I think if you get the Wolf and you set it up to do what you want it to do on 160 through probably 20 meters or so, maybe 10 meters, it works fine. It probably will stay working. It seems very well made. I don't know about the Wi-Fi or some of that stuff. I haven't got that working, and I don't care. But I think it would be a reliable rig if you, as long as you don't screw it up. Put it that way.
I'll look that rig up, see what it looks like. FT710. And I'm sure you've already heard it, so you don't need the recording that I made. But it was a nice A-B comparison, Brett. And I'll post that around for people to elaborate upon between the Wolf and the FT710. Back to you. I think I'm going to go look at 10 meters here after this one and go upstairs in frequency. N2DTS WA3VJB.
WA3VJB from N2DTS. I'm on my 4-125 rig. Let me check and see how this thing's tuned up. That's okay. Pair of 4-125s modulating a pair AB1. Got the Max audio processor driving it. And I built another Max audio processor and sent it back to Rick. It did have some issues. I think I screwed it up because there was different revisions, and I was building it off of the instructions on the web, and apparently it was not the instructions I should have been using, so most of it worked. There was a few things. The phase rotator oscillated, which probably is just a component change or something. There was a revision with some connections under the board that were required for that version. And the compressors probably had a bad transistor in it or something. So, but the metal work was all done, and it was functional. Came out really good. Was kind of a little bit of an aggravation with all the disparities, and it wasn't really a construction manual at the time. There was later on some information on the web about what steps you should do and some what order and all that kind of thing. As an experienced kit builder, I just started, I kind of got the parts list and started installing parts in their appropriate places, and could have done a little bit better with the sequence of that. But anyway, I got it done and sent it back, and hopefully he'll quickly be able to compare it to one that is constructed correctly and get it working and pass it on to somebody who doesn't want to build it. So this is This modulator's pretty cool. 4-125s behind glass. And I found the design in one of the old QSCs I got from 1948. And actually pretty similar to the design of a lot of broadcast transmitters. I think Collins had pretty much the same design that they probably used. You know, it was supposed to be for 4-250s or 400s or something in the modulator. Anyway, thanks for the nice QSO there, Paul. WA3VJB from N2DTS, now with Class AB1 modulation.
Yeah, boy, this is the strongest signal and the best audio of them all. N2DTS, WA3VJB for a final.
Yeah, 73's Paul.